Check.
I'm here with Ronnie Johnson, a former amateur and professional boxing champion. Ronnie, of course, you've been around Straightright for years. I really wanted to get your take on the Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia fight this weekend. What do you think the fight is going to end up? How do you think it's going to end up, and who do you think is going to come out on top?
First off, I want to say I think it's kind of more like a pick'em fight. There's some benefits to being a bigger guy, but there's also the benefit to being a smaller guy. And it's not as big of a jump from middleweight, let's say so much a lightweight to welterweight. The biggest thing in reference to Garcia, if Garcia can maximize the movement, keep Errol Spence off balance early on, he'll be fine until the later rounds. And it's a possibility he could ink out a decision. And on the flip side of that, if Spence come out and basically dictate terms, right off with his jab, straight punches right down the middle, it's going to cause Mikey a lot of problems. Because like I said, it's not a big difference like the media is basically making it, but there is a difference in the weight class. And this is Mikey's first fight at welterweight. He didn't take a fight in between to try to, get a better grasp of the weight class.
So you think that hurts him, that he didn't take a fight in between, or do you think the caliber of fighter that he is, it doesn't matter at this point?
Well, it will always be a little more beneficial for the fighter if he takes a fight before in that weight class, because he gets to get a better feel of what it's like dealing with a guy, let's say, maybe not throw as many punches as a smaller weight class, but definitely heavier. So definitely would benefit by taking a fight before, but I think he'll still be fine.
And you and Coach Kevin were talking earlier about how as the fight goes on, it kind of becomes a problem for Errol. The longer the fight goes, the more problems he may run into with Mikey.
Right. Like I was saying earlier, being a smaller guy, there are benefits in being a smaller guy. You're more elusive, and that smaller guy that's now fighting a bigger guy also has a bigger target to punch, where in the past his targets were basically his own size. So that could benefit, like I said, Garcia. But at the same time, man, it's like you go late in a fight and you're fighting a bigger guy. If you get caught with a clean shot and you go down, there's chances you probably wouldn't get up too. And that's why I'm saying I feel like this is more of a pick'em fight than any. But at the end of the day, you got to look at where the money lays at on which fighter, and that's going to pretty much tell you too, in a sense, where things may go, especially if it goes to a decision.
Mm-hmm. Well, Coach Kevin, earlier when he and I were talking, you guys saw that when he said that it is much like Triple G and Canelo, is who can impose their will more often in the fight is probably the guy that's going to win. I'm going to put you on the spot, Coach Ronnie. Who do you have winning this fight?
Let me answer this question like this. If I had to bet my mortgage, I would bet Errol Spence. And if I just had to bet free time and a lot of great activity, I would pick Garcia. Mm-hmm. But like I said, it's a pick'em fight. And you got to be careful, man. The thing about boxing, there's a reason why they bet on boxing matches. And the money, the public bets the money, but at the end of the day, a lot of time that plays a role in who gets a controversial decision. But like I said, it's going to be entertaining. Mm-hmm. That's for sure.
You heard it right here on the Boxing for Life podcast with Ronnie Johnson. He's picking Errol Spence. He said that Mikey has a great chance of winning the fight as well. Guys, make sure you check out this fight this weekend. It is definitely a boxing match that I would love for you all to check out. I always tell you guys online, on social media all the time, that these are the fights that you should be looking out for, not the ones that get hyped up and all that kind of stuff. But this Mikey Garcia Errol Spence fight is definitely probably the best fight since Canelo and Triple G. So make sure you check that out.
Like a kid with carrots, take a while to finish. Yeah, I'm on the back road, I don't know my limits. So you know the premise. Never on my gimmicks. Stay bitter like